Today we are going to be real and vulnerable. We're going to be talking about society and if we're okay with the way life is happening, or we're okay general, personally, professionally, whatever. Are you okay? And how we feel about being desensitized with everything that's going on. So that's what our topics is today, as well as you guys are gonna eat with us. And that's it. Yeah. My intro.
Yeah.
I'm Black.
I'm the Beast, and I'm still trying to get some audio stuff going on here, so y'all give me like 5 seconds to run away from here.
And this guy is...
While we're waiting, Lance, can you go ahead and give us our disclaimer? Your disclaimer for your company, please.
Appreciate that. I'm Lance, and none of my views or opinions reflects my employer or my family, for that matter. It's been an interesting one.
In your family?
Yeah, I know, man. You don't want to sit in the Piston family all day. Like, we don't believe in that. We didn't raise you that way. Well, I guess you did.
Well, kind of did. You
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
It's my opinion. And
Yeah. Where you thought I got it from?
that's all right.
Hello. All right. So, of course, like I said, I'm the Beast. We are getting to it today. Getting real vulnerable. Y'all gonna eat with us. We're gonna have a good time. Gonna fellowship. Always good to have my brother and my friend Lance with us. Always bring some deep perspective. This is going to be that episode where it is literally real and raw. This type of topic, there's no really other way to be. I know a lot of podcasts don't really get into, you know what I'm saying, how individuals are doing, but it's super important. It's one thing to talk about money, relationships, sex, and all that good stuff. I know that's the hot stuff that y'all, that's the stuff that y'all want us to talk about, the entertainment world, how other people are doing that ain't making us no money. But the reality of it is we really need to figure out how many of us are real and how many of us are faking it out here.
Like that.
Because I think a lot of us is faking it till we make it. But what if you never make it? So your whole life is a fake?
You never get to figure out who you are.
So we need to put that into some type of perspective today so we can really understand, like, where are we? And I would start it off with saying, Dion, how you doing? I am not okay.
Right
on. This person carries a lot. This individual, this man, this outer exterior that you see as a person, I carry a lot. And no, don't need no sympathy, no empathy. I don't need none of that. I just want to explain to y'all what I mean by when I say how I'm doing. I am a son, I am a father, I am a brother, and I carry those titles like Jesus carried the cross. I take those titles.
No.
Oh, I don't?
No, you carry it proudly. I don't think Jesus was proud to have to.
No. I'm sure he wouldn't, but that's why I'm saying I carry it like Jesus carried the cross, because I'm proud of him, but it's still a burden.
Okay.
It's still a burden.
Clarify, because I was like, I don't think Jesus.
But the reality of it is
I don't
that
think Jesus wanted to do that.
yeah, I get it. I'm sure he didn't. And who's to say that I want to carry the ones that I am, but they're my responsibilities.
Okay.
Do I take pride in them? Absolutely. Do I love carrying them? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that they're not a burden, like Lance said. That doesn't mean that they don't come with hurdles, don't come with those titles, especially the father, the business owner. Those titles I can't just put on the shelf and say, I don't feel like doing this today.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't have that opportunity to say, Dion don't feel like being a father. Dion don't feel like being a business owner. Dion don't feel like being a son.
Right.
Those titles I can't put down. So yes, the human part of me say, yeah, every now and then they are a burden. I carry them proudly, but you struggle. Right. And they're also another thing that I don't think us men really think about is those are responsibilities that you can't pass off to anybody else.
Sure ain't.
You can't. You can't pass off being a son. You can't pass off being a father. Well, you could, but that would be very irresponsible of you. And you can't pass off being a business owner, because if you did, you won't have a business. So the reality of it is that when I say I'm not okay, that don't mean that there's something mentally wrong with me or I'm depressed, or it's just saying that, hey, I'm not okay. Will I be okay? Absolutely. But it is okay, men, for you to say when you're not okay. Society, and honestly, some of our women, not all, have made us feel like it's not okay to say you're okay, that you're not okay.
Right.
Like if you say that, it's like you on suicidal watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not on suicidal watch at all. I'm not on any of that. I am fine. But the reality of it is, I want to be in a safe space with people in my circle for me to say, hey,
That's concerned about
yeah,
it.
like I'm not okay. Why you not okay? Can we talk about that? Can we? And my circle does a very good job at that. So, you know, that's where I'm at. So if I have to ask how I'm doing, that's where I'm at. We're gonna go, how you doing? How you doing? And we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, you wanna go? You want me to go? Okay.
Lance, I'm not okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those AA meetings.
I know, right? I put up a good facade, but like, if you really know me, you'll know.
Yeah.
I have a consistent type of personality where it just, if it doesn't come from my face, it'll come from my mannerisms. And I'll deal with it because I was conditioned to deal.
Yeah.
I was conditioned to put my feelings to the side. I was conditioned to know that my feelings didn't matter. And that hurts. You get used to it. You don't realize it until you say your philosophy to somebody else and they look at you like, your feelings do matter.
Do matter at the end. But
Yeah.
it was taught
That was,
didn't.
no, heck no. And it helped me make decisions, but also it hurt me a lot of places where I should have been more vulnerable and I chose not to. So I chose philosophy because I wanted to protect my feelings because I'm sensitive. So when wintertime comes, I get depressed. And I do stupid stuff. Reasonable stupid stuff. Okay? Like, go run a race when the doctor tell you no. Or when your homeboy tell you sit your ass down. Or when your mama have to tell you, baby, just listen. What helps me listen is because as much as I want to do it, I don't want to disrespect care, love, and concern.
What does that mean?
For care, love, and concern, or disrespect?
Yeah.
For me not to listen to you and you tell me you give a shit enough to care about my better being, to me that's disrespectful toward me, from me to you. Therefore, I wouldn't expect that later on if you saw me or heard me go do it, hurt myself. You shouldn't be kind to me at all.
Right.
I told your ass not to do it. Look at you. Regardless if you saying I told you so or not, to me that's like, wow, man, you gave enough of a shits to say, hey, bro, you might not make it if you run this race today.
Right.
You really might die.
Well, that's a different way of looking at this.
Well, that's been my thing, because if I absorb a type of ideology, I project it. So I might not give a damn about your feelings, but I'm smart enough to not be disrespectful. I'll be like, okay, I understand. I may not get it, but I understand the way you expressed it. I can
That the
absorb it.
feelings are real for you.
There you go. So I'm not gonna kick it to the side. Now, if you start talking some crazy stuff, then I'm like, hold on, bro, I'm dipped in reality. Reality is reality, and I've never allowed my feelings to recreate reality. But my feelings have shocked me a lot of times in places where I just couldn't grow to something. But fortunately, life has blessed me with people. They care about me and believe in me more than I believe about myself. That helps me get through stuff.
Right.
But other than that, like you said, the burdens of these labels and these titles you get, you kind of take it with pride. But it's like, I'm the oldest. I'm the son. I'm the uncle. I'm the good friend. I'm these things, and it's like, yeah, I want a break.
Yeah.
Like I just want to chill. Like, hey, you could be the best brother.
Yeah.
You could be this, that, that. Go ahead. It's not hard, bro. It is. It is. And even if you didn't have pride, in my philosophy in life, I never want to let my mom and dad down, or my siblings down, and I never want to fail at the game of life.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not winning, but I'm not losing. And it's just part of my upbringing. In my family, it's like Southern Baptist met Catholic, and it's like, hey, dog, you ain't got a legacy, you ain't got a family, you damn near 40, what you doing? So that's why.
Pressure.
Exactly. So
Pressure.
my sisters talk about, oh, Tom Trotter, hey, look, I don't know what family y'all have or what religious background, but trust me, in my camp, you get pressure. You get pressure. I don't like meeting my elders in my family, because a lot of males, and they look at me like I'm fucking up. Where your family at? Where your kids at? And mind you, they want me to be a dad. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I got cousins where they looking at them like, no more, no mas, no more kids for you, bro. You trash, you suck. But we gonna love you anyway because you're family. But you learn a lesson between what's family by blood and what's family the people you chose to be around.
Right.
And that wasn't a hard lesson, but I saw it in my family. I saw how they treated things, and I appreciate that they care. but it's just pressure to come around and get that talk. And they just looking at you like something missing. Sheesh, that should hurt. It
I
hurt.
never thought about that.
It happens.
I wish I went through it.
I mean, I give a damn energy was strong in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
It was good in my early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm damn near 40, man, and now that weight of that cross start to kick in. You know what I'm talking about? Like something I know I could lift any day of the week. It's starting to get heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that? You know, I should be good. I'm just not.
Hmm.
I'm not.
I think that's where I'm at with life is I'm taking on life. Period. We is in a fight. It's me and you. And I used to pride myself on being the strong friend, you know. But now this year,
So I don't want to cut you off. So where are you? How are you doing?
how am I doing? I am in a fight.
Okay, that's your answer.
I don't know
Cool.
if I'm winning or not.
Hmm.
I know
Yeah, I understand.
I know I'm in it. It's an
Mhm.
up and down situation. You know, I'm not as bad as I used to be doing retrogrades. So this retrograde ain't taking me that far.
Right.
But I am having a hard time comprehending life and everything it takes to keep up with it. Like I was saying, I like being a strong friend, but this year I don't even want any more friends. Like I wholeheartedly feel like if I didn't give you a title, I didn't say you my brother, you my such and such and such and such. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
We're no longer a thing because we're all in the same place, and I take on that position like I'm in your corner wholeheartedly, and that's not the reality for other people. And now I realize different perceptions matter. You know, what you perceive life as is that such. So if you think, oh, you just got a lot of different help around you, that's what you got.
Mhm.
I think I got a lot of friends and family, and I was showing something else.
Wow.
So that ain't even my concern. It's having that, and then having to be black and be the professional, and then I also got to take care of my household, and then I'm also an empath that look at the world every day, every single day. I'm looking into everything, and I don't know if I'm searching for it or if it's finding me. But current events, the world, I'm pulled everywhere. You know, I'm pulled in places I've never thought about floods. You know, and what that means to me because I live in Florida and I live here and it's hurricanes and you know maybe a tornado or drought. But I never considered what it's like to be in a flash flood. You know, and then I'm seeing these kids in a flash flood. I never thought about. We've been in a snowstorm, but I've never been in a blizzard to where I'm stuck in my car at the light for 3 days now. Like those realities never been my reality to even consider what to do in that space.
And those are people's realities.
And those are real people's realities. And you know, we on social media, so we get to see a real life. I get other social medias are kind of censored to things. I don't know because you can watch a whole death on Facebook, but
Right.
On TikTok, I'm watching all of these different people's stories, you know, because they saying, hey, send help here. This is my address. This is my phone number. Call my mama. If somebody near this area, like seeing that in real life and in real time, I was shook. I'm still shook. That's real. And that's somebody's experience today. And they got to keep going. You know, I still got to get up and get ready. I got to go in here, entertain, and all I can think about is, did somebody get over there? Did they make it out? Did that baby go home? And we don't, you know, it's just that. It's just that. And me and my sister and my wife was talking earlier, and had great points. You know, we can't fix everything, and we can't be everywhere all the time.
Mhm.
However, do you shut off people's well-being and understanding of their life to live your own? Do I consume my life in an isolated place so that I can get to work every day? Or
But you know what? As an empath,
it ain't no.
I was gonna tell you.
Listen, because even before
It
this,
ain't. It literally, even if you shut yourself off to the world, you feel everything everyone else around you feels,
every single
and
day.
it's
'Cause
draining.
even if it wasn't this DJ, even if it wasn't current events, I receive my clients every day, all day.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we ain't okay. Yeah, I can give you advice for this hour and a half you in here, and you can feel like, yeah, you can go back out there into the fight, but everybody's in the fucking fight. You know, everybody's sad about something. It might not be the same thing, but something is taking over you, and you still got to get up and go do regular every day. That's the fucking place I'm in. It's like, yo.
What's weird about this place is that all three of us on this table, to somebody or a lot of people, we're considered the strong individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so think about that for a second. You know, the people, and I'm not making this about this at all, but the people that take advantage of your strength the most is the people that are receiving the most out of your strength.
Mm-hmm. They benefit most from
You
it.
feel what I'm saying? Whether it's mama, whether it's kids, whether it's brothers, sisters, co-workers, you know what I'm saying? Like, ask yourself, just for a split second in the past, let's say 3 to 6 months, how many of those people asked you, hey, Dion, how you doing? No, really, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Lance, how you doing? No, really, how are you? No, Black, how you doing? No, for real, how are you? Do
Like
you
not-
need anything?
Right, not the spill where you just, yeah, I'm good, I'm straight.
No, not that.
I'm right.
Not that. We're
We
talking
thinking
about how are you doing? I am really
Sure.
concerned about you, sis. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You straight?
That
We do that
breaks
to
down.
each other because we bounce it off of each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like sometimes there's something that we can do about it, and sometimes that we can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at least we get the opportunity to bounce
Mm-hmm.
off each other. But sometimes the strong person, they don't have nobody to run to.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then even if they did, they do what you said, Lance, is that they don't want to put all of their burdens on somebody else that's like, in a sense, disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the reality of it is that we got to do something because
I don't know.
if not, we're sinking. And do you
Yeah.
not know that sometimes you can be in some sand and be sinking and not even know you're sinking, and every day of your life you're saying, I'm all right, I'm all right, I'm all right. But as the every day of your life comes, you're steady going down lower and lower and lower.
Not all right at all.
So but by the time you realize, oh shit, I'm about to drown in this sand,
Mm-hmm.
I'm choking on this sand,
Mm-hmm.
you've told 1,000 people that you were okay. So
But that's-
nobody helped you get out.
That's the exact space that men are in for real.
No,
like,
for real.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Over the break, Christmas break, I asked all of my clients.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you ready for Christmas? Your kids got everything, you know, that whole little spiel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what you want? Oh, I'm good. I'm sure I just want everybody else to have what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Nah, you didn't really want nothing. I don't need nothing. I said, you know what? You lying. One, you might not know what the hell you want. You might not even know what you like anymore because you've been saying that since how long? How long have everybody and every year asked you what you want?
My
You say,
response for Christmas is
I don't
like,
know.
whatever you give me.
I'm good.
Same here. Like, I don't even do it now.
so when you get some socks, you like,
I didn't want them damn socks.
When you get
Do
some-
not give me socks
when
if you're a
get-
grown ass
no,
person.
No.
I love my
But
babies.
what you
Shout out
say?
to my babies, but
What
no,
you say?
give me no socks.
You said it don't matter. You said you was good.
I said if you really know me, if you really knew me, and you know I got 1,000 pair of socks, don't you give me no goddamn
But
socks.
that's crazy though.
They
Like,
don't know that.
how did that become the international
They
code
don't know
for
that
guys?
because
Because I
every-
say, just give me some socks.
Wait a
Why
minute.
do we say that?
So I personally gave Dion some socks because I know he loves socks.
And that's
I do know
fine.
socks.
But I'm saying like
Now she feel away.
To clarify,
I
to clarify, I did.
I take that
How do guys who don't know each other say, just give me some socks? Or why do we minimize it so much and we doing the most for other folks?
There's levels to it though, because I told some specific people, don't you come here and give me no fucking socks.
And that's fine. That's valid, man. That's very valid. But
Hold on,
the point is that y'all
No
do
more
that.
socks for this.
And after so long,
He
you're
can be like,
gonna
"Damn,
forget
man,
what you
let
like. And what'll make you happy today.
Right.
What's something I can get to surprise you. We don't know shit about what makes you.
But you know, that's what I love about you and our relationship, because we do stuff just because.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll come bring you something at the shop just because.
Mhm.
Or you'll come bring me something to the gym just because.
That people are not thoughtful like that.
No, nobody stop. Like, nobody goes to the store and be like, man, I know my bro, he'll like that.
I can
Let me
tell
go
you,
and grab
I can
that
tell you
for
why
him.
we say give us socks. It's because we don't want our feelings hurt. That's why. I'm saying, I'm telling you. I lowered the bar so much for you.
I know the bar, I said gift cards.
You know what I mean?
I
Where
like food.
you can't, I don't want you to fuck it up because technically,
Yeah.
technically, you should know me enough to not even ask. If you really in my life like that, You just should just know
If
because
somebody asks you a question, it's because they need to know an answer.
no. I get that, but I'm talking about like interpersonal relationships. Like, you know, you might want to know what I'm interested in right now, but if you're not in a relationship, like, hell, he told me gift cards, but I'm gonna come and give him something where it's like, hey, bro, you want to come do this? Hey, look, I got this. I'm constantly
That's
being
true.
thoughtful where it's not isolated to, hey, this is what this person wants or what it is not what they want. But I lowered the ball because I don't want my feelings to get hurt. If I'm getting you this, regardless if I ask or not, I spend time with you to see what lights up your eyes.
Absolutely.
What you're interested in. So therefore, it's a forethought. It's not an afterthought for me to get something. So if you ask back in return, it's a reflection of what you're going to do for me, and I minimize it, and you go match that, or you just some people fuck it up, don't even get the size that fit. Oh my God, it happens. How could you not know me enough, me being a consistent person, not to know that, hey, I don't have to get bland socks. I can just come in with this bottle of this berry. We can watch this anime or something.
Right.
We can go to the movies. I love the movies. I went saw Megan yesterday and it sucked, but I went.
I
Like Megan, like if we'll get to that later. Yeah. But anyway, but it having a consistent character and being with people, my family can get it right. They're supposed to. I grew up with them, but I grew up with them with an attachment issue where all I had was them, so they can get me right without talking to me, because that's all I know.
I don't know.
What you got?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know because I've evolved.
Yeah,
So,
you change your,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
I'm gonna be like, baby, I got you this shirt. It's a plaid shirt. I'm like, Mom, I don't wear plaid. Like, so no, I've evolved. So you really do need to ask me every year, hey, what you want for your birthday?
You know what
Well,
you're
hey, what you want for
interested in.
Father's
Yeah,
might be into
my shit don't
that
change
this
that much.
year.
I'm pretty consistent.
Or,
My mom
you
don't
know,
know.
something.
But other than that, yeah, I get your
Father's Day is the only holiday where I will allow anybody to just give me anything because anybody that acknowledges me on Father's Day means a lot. That means something to them.
Right.
So outside of that though, when you start talking about Christmas and birthdays,
get shit on, bro.
I don't
even celebrate.
like my favorite holiday is Father's Day, even before my birthday. That's anybody that knows me and know you're close in my circle, like you know Father's Day is Father's Day is like Christmas to me.
Okay.
That's the day where I want to be celebrated. Goddamn.
That's your special day.
That's my day. Like I don't even give a damn that it's Father's Day. That's like a second birthday. But the reality of I don't really put a lot of emphasis on Christmas. Christmas, I literally look at it like it's for my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I avoid it. I don't even spend time with my family anymore.
yeah, you told me that this Christmas you was like I'm going to work.
Yeah, it's going to
But
work.
if somebody asks you what you want, you should know.
But the sucky thing about that though is I think everybody, as much as I don't want to experience Christmas, I ain't tripping on gifts. I want everybody else around me to experience that.
That's time when it comes
So
to birthday.
when Christmas came, I still had a gift for everybody.
What is the
You see what I'm saying? Like
best
that's
gift,
the weird part.
best gift right now that somebody can walk in and blow your mind?
Damn, that's a good question.
I know.
I'm already there. Like,
What is
you
it?
mean a gift, an item,
Like,
or an act of service?
No, mother. There
My
you
bad,
go.
bro. My
What's
bad.
Yeah, let me
the
tell you
way
something.
Act of service.
This man said an act of service.
If you
Yeah,
come
I
fold
am.
my clothes, I will be smitten. That's all I'm saying.
if you did what?
Can't fold my clothes. I have like a mountain of clothes right now. That would be the greatest thing ever for me. But pushing that aside, I don't get a lot of gifts. I don't know how it ended up being that way. It's never
Because
really
you
been
said you didn't want nothing.
No.
Your whole life has been, I'm good.
I know what I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you a TC.
Yeah.
Hey.
I know what I'm gonna
You can't go wrong with me. But
No.
it's not the fact I told somebody not to get anything because I dated this lady and I was into her and she came back with a runner's plaque with the little sneaker running shoes to put for every state that you go running because I said, hey, I want to run different states, and that was the most thoughtful gift I received in my past 6 years of life.
But she said, what would you want right now?
Right
You know what I
now.
mean? I'm just giving an example wise.
Right
So
now,
when you
Papa.
ask me like right now,
Mhm.
I look at you like I don't know
I know you would.
because you would have to. You have
I've
to pick
done
something.
this. Look, go ahead, you do it.
You know what you want?
I think y'all number 25 I done asked.
Does it have to be physical?
See, that's what I'm
What's your
saying.
gift, boy?
No, I'm saying does it have to be a
Tangible.
Wait, fuck that.
Yeah.
I got one. PlayStation 5.
Oh,
You hit it right now, I'm gonna date you.
Nigga.
Real talk.
Don't
Straight up
even
relationship.
care.
You didn't give a fuck. You'd be crazy bad credit.
I just
Even
want
with a
some money.
PlayStation 5.
you can't even play the game though. You're crazy.
I don't give a damn. Shit, just I mean, it was either that or pay a bill.
I just want some money.
Like,
That's the stuff.
man, you don't pay my rent or take the car note for
Say.
2 months?
Yeah,
Shit.
If you're like, I be seeing these little posts where people be like, they girls be cash apping them $500,
Yeah.
$250.
Man, I'll steal
You do
your
that
note.
to me?
I'll
What
take
you
it.
gonna do?
Do that
Man,
to me.
You do that to me? We're gonna go out for the weekend. You understand me? I'm gonna spend some of that $500 on you. That's my fuck up. Because my thoughtfulness is still after
Give it
you
back.
gave. You see what I'm saying?
Like, how did I get this circle?
You didn't gave me $500 and I didn't win and spend half of it on your
Let
ass.
me find out your girl paying your bills and sending you money on Cash App and you cheating on her. I'm gonna take her from you.
I love that.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. You don't deserve her. Lance wants her. And I'm with the shits.
Right there, right there.
But it's just not. That's the hard part of a person with a heart.
Mhm.
You can get something, and the first thing you think about is going to go get somebody that gave you this something. That's me. You give me $500, I'm going to find a way to go spend a portion of that money on you.
Hard, dog.
It's
Yeah.
just, I've been asking all
On
the
you.
guys,
On
like, what
you.
is it? Because I got so irritated with hearing, I'm straight. I just want to make sure they was good.
But I'm telling you what it is. I just told you.
I hear that
We're
one
not
more
straight.
time.
We're not straight,
I know
and
you're
we tired of getting our feelings hurt. You don't understand the disappointment where
But not everybody.
gift stops.
I feel like if somebody's coming to you to try to get to know you in that way, they're not trying to hurt your feelings.
That's understandable, but it's just hard. You're just gonna have to cut through the layers like we got to cut through layers on the other end too.
Absolutely.
For me, gift stopped at 12.
12 years old?
Yeah, gift stopped
Fuck
at 12.
that. Gift stopped when I died.
So gift stopped at 12. I came from a young parent family, so all this other siblings came. My ability to be selfless was natural, but also it was forced because I wanted my brothers to have. So it could be a gift for me, and I'd be like, no, this you. This you. So from 12 to 38 now, gifts is an odd thing. So, and I also suck at receiving compliments. So, like, I got to know what I did was right. Because you tell me I did something good. Like,
I suck at compliments too.
he told me something, I was like, what? For real? Like, it takes me off my rocker where I said, like, if I didn't know I did something right already, I'll be looking at you processing it because that's how odd it throws me off. It is even affecting some of my relationships. Like, I don't mean nothing by it. I thought I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to be this dude. I was supposed to help. I was supposed to get the door, blah, blah, blah. Like, saying thank you is, I at least see it as you appreciating it, because I've been with some motherfucking appreciate with shit.
Yeah,
So,
right past you.
yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. At least you appreciate us. So I can at least differentiate from that. But no, it's not wanting your feelings hurt because you spend too long in black male world trying to be an adult. You're masquerading as an adult in your 20s. You're not fully fledged adult till your 30s and you have responsibilities any
Right.
fucking way.
Right.
And you're too busy giving in a taking like society where when it comes to receive, we're so at odds, it hurts. So we don't want to put you in a situation where you could disappoint us. So we lower the bar or say we good. It's for you or me, for me to look at you and go, yo, I ain't taking that shit. What the fuck you really want?
Mine is the words. Because mine is like, if you tell me, Dion, I'm gonna get you something Friday. And Friday come around and it ain't there, I've completely X'd you off.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because
And that's not a
you
one-off.
didn't have to
Volunteer
tell me
that.
that you was gonna get, you could have just popped it up. You know what I'm saying? But for you to put a date on it,
Mhm.
I'm like a 7-year-old kid.
There you
What
go.
is it?
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
this
oh my
one.
God.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Friday.
Story is
Thank
gonna
you.
give me something. Friday at 8 o'clock when I wake up.
You know today's source of this?
Yeah, we don't want that disappointment. So if I told you it cut off at 12, I just literally opened up telling you that I had an undeveloped emotion that wasn't complete at 12.
Yes.
And nobody fixed it.
Nobody.
And I can't do it on my own. How could I?
Oh boy.
Hey, make sure y'all
God,
like,
I feel that.
subscribe on YouTube,
Damn.
share. If you know us, you really need to check this episode out because I think we're being real vulnerable at the moment. We're telling some things that we probably ain't told nobody. But that's how I am. The reality of it is that I've learned not to get my hopes up anymore with people.
Mhm.
Like, at this point in my life, it's like I am a show and tell type of person. If I say, I called her this week and I said, hey sis, we're going to get tatted. This date good for you? And she was like, well, I'm gonna make you good. We going on this date.
That's the
You know what
high
I'm
shit
saying?
right
We
there.
going on this date. We're
Make
going.
it good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow too.
Regular people be like, oh, okay.
Because
Tomorrow Monday?
yeah, been this been
What
because I
time
don't
you
have kids.
What
Probably
time you
about
going?
2 when they open.
I'm stuck at the parade.
You off or just saying something. But
I mean,
anyway,
if I get out early, I'll get y'all.
yeah, it's a sound
Okay, we
side
were-
conversation.
Okay.
But the reality of it is that I don't like. I'm just not realizing this shit, Lance. I
Yeah.
don't like being disappointed.
I told you, bro, that's what it is. I'm telling you. I don't like how in our community we want to say we're not monolithic, but most of us males share the same trauma.
I didn't realize it until you just started talking about it and I started breaking it down. And I started thinking about all the people that said they were going to do something and then they didn't come through.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking about why our relationship is so strained or so different. And it's that.
You're a liar. So, but is that in y'all's handbook? Is that in the black man's handbook?
I don't think so because I'll still give you a second or third chance.
No, not that, but the response to that. Because, like I said, you guys are like the 20-something guy at an accident.
To say, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you I was good.
You told me you didn't want nothing.
It's a societal and
it's
a societal and gender defense mechanism that we have.
And I'm like, shut up.
But it also I was thinking about I was being selfless because I knew what was on my plate at the time. And what was on my plate around Christmas was moving. Was trying to get this shit. Y'all, you was there for the move.
Yeah,
you was there for that.
You
know what I'm saying? So
I don't want to ask for nothing.
I don't want to ask for nothing. Like my biggest gift to myself is just getting out of this house and getting into this house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the best that I could do for anybody at that moment.
And when you're like a leader and a mover and a thinker,
right?
You don't know how to multitask something like that. That's mine. Give me something else. Yeah. Like you gotta come with a solution. Don't ask me. I gotta think what the fuck I want. Just give me something. Just show up. Hey dog, pay this bill.
Okay, so peep this. So at the time, so I had hip surgery November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving, or November 24th, whatever date that was. The day before Thanksgiving, no matter what. The next day, I had a leak in my home. I had a whole leak in my room. My kids come in there where I was at, and they was like, "Daddy, there's water leaking on the bed." I immediately took off, just had surgery, hurting Dion, into daddy mode, son mode, provider mode. You want to know what I did? Jumped on the bed. This is the day after surgery. It's not even 24 hours. I got a whole stitches. I got a whole gash in my hip like this long. Jump on my bed, check, see. I got witnesses. Leave out of there. Jump in my truck. Everybody know I got a big truck. Jump in my truck, drive around and try to figure out what can I do to patch this leak. In my mind, a lot of people, you need to sit down. Dion, you need to, I can do this. Dion, no, you can't. No, you can't. You can't do it. You can't, because if you could, you would have. I'm not even being funny to anybody. I'm not being funny. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being like, none of that. It's just like, you can't tell me to sit down and tell me don't do it.
Yeah.
So when I walk past my mom and she says, "Where you going?" I say, "I'm finna get in my truck and finna go find something to patch this up with." Because the reality of it is that you can't do it. And ain't nobody else here. Then when everybody come, they're like, "Well, you should have called me." No. You're not understanding the severity of the situation. It's leaking like trip. Like it's not no drip every 10 minutes, 30 minutes. It's a trip. And it was, anybody remember Thanksgiving? It was storming the whole day. Yeah. It rained the whole entire day. So what am I supposed to do? Less than 24 hours after surgery, I'm the only male in this house. I am the king of this castle, and my children come and tell me, Daddy, there's a leak in the bed. It's water falling. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. A father is going to, that's just like the guy right now, the old football player they're saying that was in critical condition because he saved his kids from drowning. Nobody's even talking about him right now.
I ain't heard nothing about it.
Yeah, nobody's even talking about him right now. But what else is he supposed to do as a father? Right. In that moment, honestly and truthfully, if my mom would have came and told me, I probably would have stayed in the bed. I'm like, all right, Mom, I'll get to it in a little while. If somebody else would have came and told me, I'd probably been like, all right, well, I'll look at it in a little bit. The little brown eyes, dog. But when my kids come and tell me, it's all right. I get up on the cane, hop in the bed like I ain't just had surgery 12 hours ago, doped up, check it out, and realize I got 3 leaks in one room. One over here, one in the closet. As a man, what do you do? But that's the part that I was talking about. Okay, so once everything was done, I get with Jose. Jose put me on with a guy. Shout out to him for taking care of that for me the next day. It took him 2 days to do it, so that room was closed. Couldn't even get it. Couldn't even go in there. But for nobody, with the exception maybe one, two people, if they knew, to ask me, hey, how you doing after that? I am saying I'm good.
Mhm.
In that moment, I am saying I'm good. Even though I'm pissed, I'm hurting, tired, yes, I'm good because the situation is getting resolved.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm good for the totality. Individually, I have to put that to the side. Do y'all not know how many times men say, you know what? I don't matter right now. I got to take care of this. Like, that's why I get so frustrated when I don't hear enough women saying they appreciate the man. Don't matter what the race at this point. That's why I get frustrated, because you have no idea how many times we take off us. We never matter. You feel what I'm saying? We never are the guys that's like, it's our job, a real man, it's our job to make sure that everybody else is okay. And when everybody else is okay, then we maybe might get back to ourselves and say, you know what, I'm gonna go buy me a t-shirt.
You do the status
You know
check.
what?
You good?
Yeah.
You good? You good? Oh, wait. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yes, this is my time.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'm gonna buy
hurry
you some
up.
shoes.
Shit, I don't gotta pay nothing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need. Oh God. This
And then as
price
soon
is
as I go
closed.
do something for me, then something else happens.
You regret your purchase?
Absolutely.
You regret that dollar that you bought back?
Yeah. It's the same, and it's the same repetitive cycle. And I'm not saying that for anybody to feel bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, appreciate the man, appreciate the person that's holding it down. Because I tell people, and I say this jokingly, but I am so serious when I say it, y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. I say that. I say it out loud. I've said it just as recently as last week. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, though. Because the reality of it is that I don't even understand if you even know what you have.
Yeah.
So
I
yes,
love that statement and I hate
You're
it because
gonna miss me when I'm gone.
nobody steps up. When you hear that statement, I'm projecting something to you. Step the fuck up. There's a lot of this weight back here you can come get, man. It's all good. Like, how can I know how to appreciate you and you don't know how to appreciate my efforts? And it's like, oh man, that's a solid person. That's a solid person. Why you not solid?
How do you tell a person to appreciate you? Like you done tried,
I don't need to
get it.
tell you.
Yeah,
Why can't you tell? Why can't you just be your authentic self?
But that's
I
what
found
I'm
out the hard
saying. They naturally just do not get what appreciation is for you.
Some people it's natural or it's by comparison. For my previous situation, I fended and fought for something that should have been rightfully given to me based off my efforts and my time and my care and concern. So for me to have to articulate it hurt me in my heart to express it. It made me cry. And I didn't like crying, not because of this machismo stuff. It's like, yo, I can't believe you're this person for me and I have to dig deep and say something to you, and it starts with, I don't feel appreciated.
I get that.
How is this possible?
Your significant other, your mother, your children, your brothers and sisters, you should never have to tell them how to show you appreciation.
Facts.
Like, that should be just authentic. However you do it, I'm going to receive it no matter what because of your title. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna always, if you bought me 100 socks, I'm always gonna receive it that way because of your title. That means, because no matter what, it could have been socks or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So never take because it was socks that it was, no, it was something. When I said, she repeated, I didn't want anything. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part that I don't think really people process, is that it ain't just about intangibles. You know, sometimes I'll get a text of just people just telling me how great of a person I am, or thank you for doing A, B, C, or whatever the case. That means a lot to me because somebody else probably didn't even think of it, and I just did something for them 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's never the one to do the most.
You see what I'm saying? You see the difference in that? So it's more so, I'm not looking for a pat on the back with everything I do in my life. I understand that to whom is given, much is required. I've processed that scripture so much to where I can say it and understand that much is required of me and there's nothing I can do about it. They also say, this is not scripture, but they always say the saying, God give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. probably should have been a scripture because it's probably right. You know what I'm saying? But because the reality of it is that why is it that the strongest people carry the most? Is it because they can carry the most? Or is it just because you want to stretch them the fuck out and give them everything on your plate so you don't have to carry shit? So that's why I'm so passionate about accountability, appreciation. But then when my love language is acts of service, you kind of put all of that together and understand why I'm the human being that I am. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes with it. There's layers to a man. I can't speak for all men because all men don't carry what I carry. All men don't do what I do. But for the ones that do, they need to be celebrated. They need to be celebrated. It is not easy. It's not easy. I get the privilege. I told people this and I'm done with it. I told people somebody this like 2 weeks ago. I was talking to this white guy. And I told him I get the privilege to take care of my grandmother and my mother.
Wow.
Most people don't have one or the other or neither.
Mm-hmm.
I get the privilege to take care of them, to see them every day, to make sure that they're good, to provide for them, to make sure that they're okay. But I didn't say that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say that wasn't frustrating at times. But I didn't, you see what I'm saying? Like, I get the privilege. It is a privilege because, in my opinion, that's what you're supposed to do. I think life is reciprocated. And what I mean by that is that I believe my job on this earth when my mother birthed me was to grow up and to be the best man that I could be. And also, as she gets older, to take care of her. Her job was to do that for my grandmother. We both get the opportunity of doing both of those things. And I pray that my life is reciprocated and my kids can do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, for any man that doesn't have a relationship with his children or choose not to for child support or whatever those reasons are, bro, that's going to come back full circle on you when your kids get older and you get older and they decide that they don't want to take care of you because you didn't take care of them. Remember that. That's a whole nother topic. But the reality of it is that I hope and pray that my kids see my work and they do for me what I've done for them. But the reality of it is, it didn't say it was going to be easy. It didn't say it was going to be some walk in the park. It's still a hard task. And it's a task that, if I could be honest, I didn't want to do it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you asked me, you told me, Dion, at 38, you're going to take care of your mama, you're going to take care of your granny, you're going to have 3 children. I'm like, I don't want to do that right now. Not right now. Maybe if I was 50 or something, then I'm okay with it. I'm like, yeah, I got you. It came a whole lot earlier for me.
Dead center, right at your prime.
Right. So it's like, okay, whatever I did want to do, quote unquote, if I did want to do something, that just got put to a halt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have to carry this.
Right.
These things I don't have to do. There is just a luxury. You feel what I'm saying? But I gotta carry this. Because who else gonna do it?
Mm-hmm.
Who else gonna do it?
Who will volunteer?
Who gonna do it?
Nobody.
Who gonna do it?
The position we're in with that is those are personal obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you have in your personal life. Now, something happens. Let's say you was something happened in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's affected by that thing that happens in Texas. You still got all of that, and that thing that's unforeseen,
Mm-hmm.
unsomething,
Mm-hmm.
that comes from somebody that just don't care or don't
Right.
care what falls on anyone else's plate. You can either ignore that or ignore the personal. What would you choose?
I would have to ignore that. The personal is more important to me personally. But the reality of it is that even though I'm ignoring it, I'm still looking at the corner of my eye.
Because it's still a factor in your
Because
life,
it's still
right?
a factor in my life, and it can't get too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? If there was a storm in Abilene, using this for an example, and God knows I hope Abilene doesn't get a storm. But if there was a storm in Abilene, we know Abilene is pretty close, pretty far, but pretty close to Dallas. This storm is like a tornado. It's wiping shit out. I'm taking care of mine.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking every day, every morning I wake up at the news to see where this storm
It's
is at.
about to be your turn.
Exactly. I'm always doing that. This last freeze that only lasted like 24 hours, but it was like fucking 17 degrees outside. And your water in your building burst. Well, it wasn't even your building, it was the building next door. And one of our clients, both of our clients, his whole house was flooded. He wasn't even in the state. You see what I'm saying? And I know other people's houses that burst and they didn't have homes and things of that sort. That was in our backyard. We just were blessed and fortunate enough to not have it happen to us. I'm not saying that it meant to happen to those other people, because no, that's not what I'm saying. But we were very blessed and very fortunate for it to not happen in our homes. 24 hours.
That's the love, God.
24 hours and everything in this city just started bursting. Floods everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and if you ain't got the right insurance, you just screwed.
Man, that's a setback.
You're just screwed. It's more than a setback. Might be a loss.
It's a major L.
So,
The day before Christmas.
our client is saying he might not go to his home for like 3 months. That's what he's saying.
I ain't somebody take care of the house. And
Like, because he was out of the state when it happened. He come back home to basically mildew.
Yep.
So, and he'd have been gone for almost 2 or 3 weeks prior. Didn't come back to 2 weeks after or something like that. So just imagine what the bottom part of his home looked like. So now he's uncomfortable, have children, have a wife, you know what I'm saying? Now he has to, what we've been talking about. I asked him, you straight? Yeah, I'm okay, dog. Everything good.
Yeah.
But no, you ain't. I know that is cold. That's cold.
Like a
That's
motherfucker.
cold
You
for
know what?
hell no,
I'm just
nigga.
gonna come over here and do some shit because you bullshit
Yeah,
right now.
I'm finna go over here and do
That's-
this workout because I need to get shit off my mind.
Yeah, like, come get
Like,
this, bro.
but
Then I make it okay.
But I'm not okay, bro. And he don't have to tell me that for me to know that he's not okay.
That was the same thing with you. You good? I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm
He
straight.
said these bills. I said, you know what? I wouldn't even plan on coming in. I signed up for 4 other sessions just cause.
Yeah,
Fuck it, bro. I
Because
because
people-
come this week.
it's the reality of knowing I'm not okay, but I gotta be okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
If
saying?
you know better, you know how to apply yourself. You know what? I hear what you're saying. I'm just gonna show the fuck up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know other people like it shouldn't have to be that way. But if you know better, fuck it. It is that way. Just do it. Just do it. If I see you struggling, you say you got it, depending on what the relationship we have, I'm probably gonna snatch it out your damn hand to do it.
Right.
And just tell you the chill. I got you. I wasn't made to watch you struggle. I struggle with my purpose a lot. Like you asked that question, my question will go deal with that. But I don't have those type of responsibilities yet. And even when I did, I had contingencies for her to go somewhere while I go protect and serve the city. You have to go here. If shit hit the fan, I can't leave. I'm obligated, I can't go. I gotta go. You can. Well, I want to wait. I wouldn't rest. Right. Knowing that you're still here.
His job is
Go
totally
somewhere
different from my job.
I
My job, I can shut this down whenever the fuck I feel like it. His job, he's sworn in.
You
He has to be there.
it,
When a disaster happens, he gotta be there.
Hell yeah.
Well, we gotta figure it out to figure out what the fuck going on. He gotta go protect and serve.
The ice over happened. I'm over here in the truck, burning tight ones, trying to slide up 35 and down 35. Had to go to work. COVID
Yeah.
in. Ain't give a fuck. Run it. And we were still together at the time. And I was like, look, man, you might need to go to Houston or something. Go stay in a hotel, whatever. I put the money to the side. I put money aside for contingency plans, forethought. I'm not an afterthought person because your man might be gone. I might not come back home to you. I inflated life insurance policies that I didn't give a damn about when I was by myself. Gee, just give me this $120,000 policy.
Yeah.
Give it to my mom or my
Yeah.
brother and shit. Hey, just burn the body, bro. We good. Save the money. I'm dead. Cool. I'm with somebody. No, I need more. My death should get her out of poverty. My death should be enough where she'll get enough where she can move on. I don't give a fuck what happens next. That you with somebody because you chose, not because you needed them.
That's the
I
shit.
feel that I feel
But
that
see
so
how we
heavy.
put, but see,
Okay.
it's perfect
If
example
I
of how
die,
we
you'll be
put,
rich.
right. But you see how many times that we put stuff to the side for others? How many times we do it unconsciously? My kids straight. Daddy died tomorrow. They
Good.
straight.
Right.
They straight. And they mamas can't touch it. Can't nobody touch it unless they two names or those two people that's on that policy. And they're gonna divvy out the money. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, but that's the sacrifices that I make for them. You see what I'm saying?
Because not all men do that.
It's no.
Or
I
have it
guarantee.
set up.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't know that until I became this version
me-
of adult.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
I'm going back to personal. I'm on child support for all three of my children. Most men that are on child support, I'm willing to guarantee you my life, they don't have a policy for their children.
They keep it at child support. They
It's
feel
not
like
there.
I'm doing
There
that.
is that
so-
policy. That's what they
Policy.
mentally. That's what they think.
Especially if you have
think
rears. If you have
that-
rears, oh,
That's your policy. I ain't giving you nothing else because they're so
Yeah.
it would-
vindictive towards the mate. No, they're vindictive towards the woman to the point to where they are not even thinking about the fact that, damn, what's gonna happen when I'm gone? You see what I'm saying? Me personally, you're damn about that. I can't miss something that I don't see. So you can have that. I ain't tripping. To God be the glory. But I'ma still make sure that my kid's straight when I'm gone. When I'm gone. And ain't no coming back. And ain't no daddy come pick me up. And ain't no daddy, can we do this? Or daddy, can we go to hibachi? Or daddy, can you do this? Like, ain't when there's no more of that, I'ma still make sure that they were straight and daddy thought about them. Daddy made sure that they were okay. Not saying that mama wouldn't, but daddy made sure he did his part. Most men that are on child support are not doing that.
short-sighted and selfish.
Yeah.
No, respectfully selfish. But
In their
short-
own way,
yeah,
because
very
to
short-sighted
each his
selfish.
own. I
Yeah.
can't
It's like
tell you you're
respectful.
wrong, and
Yeah.
I can't tell you you're right. Brother, you do, because I don't know your story.
Mhm.
Stories matter in those situations. I don't know your story. So I can't fight you on that. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that I did the damn near best I could do. And ain't nobody gonna be able to say different. That's it. Because the reality of it is that you still gotta take care of people even when you gone. I'm dead in the ground. I'm dead in some ashes. And I'm still taking care of y'all.
And y'all better respect me every centennial July. Damn it. We still spending Lance's money? Yeah. Y'all better give me
Like,
love.
motherfucker better give me a brick with my name carved in that motherfucker at the house that you just bought with my money. The
Yeah,
house you
Los
just bought
Muertos
with my
up in
money
this
better have
motherfucker.
something of memory with me in it. Because I didn't have to. It's just, it's different. Because I hear a lot of people say men don't have hearts, they don't have, respectfully, I get it, what you're saying from whatever angle you're coming from. But goddamn it, you can't say men don't have hearts. Because we're logical. We're thinking about shit that you ain't thinking about. We're doing shit that you probably ain't thinking about until the last minute. My kids won't have to do a GoFundMe for me.
Yeah, I hate those. I deal with that so much in my job. Somebody passed away, it's a GoFundMe.
They won't have to do that.
Not one little bit.
Not for me. Not for me.
Asking for money to bury a loved one, that hurts. Then arguing over crumbs, trinkets, that's even worse. Answering the call and having to tell people, hey, I'm sorry you guys, your loved one's dead. Oh, no.
It costs about $6,000 to $8,000 to bury a loved one decently.
money for this.
Decently. And so the black community is doing such a terrible job at that point.
Yes.
Such a terrible job.
Like,
It costs $6,000 to $8,000 to bury somebody.
they don't want
Now, here's the tricky part about this. If you're hospitalized, that's when the shit get tricky. Now, when you're hospitalized for 2-3 months and they got to GoFundMe, I'll put something in there.
them bills is a bitch.
Yeah, because that hospital, like,
I don't get it.
life insurance policies don't take care of that shit. Now, it might be some, but you got to have a whole life policy where you can take something out. You feel what I'm saying? In order to take care of that. But even then, it's like, that whole life policy ought to be something you had for some years. You feel what I'm saying? Before that even works. But So no, that's you can't prepare for because you're fighting for your life still. So you're technically not dead, but you're technically not alive situation. So I'm gonna give to that. I'm gonna show some love to that. But if you dead and gone, and you 50, 60 years old, there ain't no way you're not supposed to have no policy, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, they just need to go find the motherfucker. Somebody got a policy somewhere. Lord, somebody got it. Somebody need to go find that motherfucker. Like, somebody got a policy somewhere. Oh, side note on this policy thing, men. Since we want to be sometimes so selfish with this child support thing, just remember, if you're in the rear and you had a life insurance policy, they're taking all of that and giving it to the mama.
Yeah, that's how grimy the game is. Yeah,
Food for thought.
I'm glad you said it because I was about to say, if you in the rear, they
Yeah.
gonna take that money.
If you're in the rear,
That game is cutthroat,
Yeah.
baby.
that life insurance policy that you thought you were doing such a great job on, you gonna leave that for mama and them? Yeah, mama and them not gonna get that.
Shit, my daddy ain't got
I'm telling
no
you,
insurance.
I'm telling you, not what I think, I'm telling you what I know.
My daddy only.
Mama and them
paid
ain't getting
his
that.
bills.
Them kids and them gonna get that.
Right.
It's
You're in the rear $40,000 and you got a $50,000 policy,
She get $40,000.
baby mama finna get that.
So speaking of that,
Better hope she nice. Think about your
what,
kids.
in what ways can you guys identify how we have become desensitized?
We pick and choose. We pick and choose what we want to touch our hearts. I'll give a perfect example. And when I say what I'm about to say, it is no knock on nobody. It is no knock on the individual that I'm talking about. It's no knock on anybody. I'm just using him for an example. But everybody knows about DeMar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills player. That's a perfect example of about we pick and choose when to be sensitized or desensitized.
Mm-hmm.
Because that happened on national television, everybody was like, man, I hope he's okay. Prayers up, things that, and that's valid. I'm not knocking that. I was like that too. Changing their profile pictures, all of that. It's all cool.
Mm-hmm.
All cool. But like my guy say, on Paid in Full, people die every day, B.
Mm-hmm.
This man fighting for his life, he's not dead. He did die for a little bit, and they brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he's saying, everything that people are saying for him, prayers and everything should be valid. But in that same token, like I think the day before, the day after his situation happened, in our own backyard, a kid had got stabbed to death that was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't no prayers up,
Not
wasn't no nothing.
No coverage.
And he died.
Yeah,
And he died.
We was hot about that.
I'm not saying that DeMar Hamlin didn't deserve what he got, because he deserved it all and some. And I am, to God be the glory that he's okay. I love that story. But what I'm saying is that because that little boy wasn't, his stabbing wasn't on TV,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't get news. You feel what I'm saying? And like, it's just like the little girl that the FedEx man killed, or the FedEx, you know what I'm saying? And that situation made a lot of headlines because I guess it went viral on social media or whatever the case may be.
It has to go viral on social
Like,
media first.
And but what I'm saying is that like for Hamlin, for these kids, for people, like we pick and choose when it's a sad story, when all of them are sad stories. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and we should be praying for anybody that is near loss of life or losing life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we turn it on and turn it off. It's like we could see, oh, such and such was shot and killed over there on such and such. And we're just like, oh, keep scrolling. And I know he deals with it on a daily basis because he out there. Do you not know facts? This is known fact what I'm going to tell you, and he can witness it. There's a murder every day in the city of Dallas. We just don't publicize it. Facts. That's a fact. There is a murder every day in Dallas. Some get publicized and some don't. But because we don't know or we didn't see it with our own eyes, we don't give a fuck.
The right person didn't
Right.
get it.
Or the right person didn't get it. We don't give a fuck. And it sucks because life is life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whether that man was on TV or not, I was gonna be pressed up no matter what. Cause I don't want to see nobody go through what he went through. Whether that little boy was on the news or not, I'm always gonna pray because nobody should have to bury their child. You know, as a father, when I think about stuff like that, that's the first thing I think about is my children. Like, what is it? Like, what is it that makes us have to be seers? You see what I'm saying? Like the only time we believe something is when we physically see it ourselves. Weird as hell to me. It's like,
Not me.
man, it was a shooting at such and such and such. And like, this man worked. They tell me it was a shooting over there in the South. And I'm like, yeah,
Somebody did.
somebody, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I believe him because that's what he do for a living. I ain't got to see it. He ain't got to show me nothing. He ain't got to tell me nothing. If he said it, I'm going to believe it.
Oh, God, racks and dacks. Man,
Like,
people stay getting shot over there. I'm going to shut up, but
But I'm saying, like, that's the type of stuff that we've made death a part of life, and it should be. But we've just desensitized it. Like yes, there's a start and there's a beginning to every part of life, into a human's life. But sometimes, now if you're 95 years old and you just so happen to pass away in your sleep, I'm praising the fact that you made it to 95.
You got a good
You made a
run.
great, to God be the glory.
I've had those
You know what I'm
problems.
saying? That's fine. But when you start seeing people getting killed at gas stations, kids getting stabbed, people beating, killing their own kids, like, all right, so it's got to be a cutoff point somewhere to where it's got to be a cry out for the world, like, what are we doing out here?
Nah,
People out here really sick, and I ain't talking about no goddamn depressed. No, people are really sick. I ain't talking about no drugs. People are really fucked up mentally. And we talking about mental health and we talking about all of this stuff, but no, it's just something to talk about. I think we do more talking than we do action.
Because it gets you views. For me, in my opinion, it's been going on for a while. I'm gonna shorten this up so I'll speak to some shit. Let's go back about 30, 40 years. We're a voyeuristic society now, so we want to see shit. I'm a geek, so there's this cool quote from the Scrolls to Nick Fury where he says, the reason why we fuck over humans is because humans only believe what they see. This is a comic book telling me this. Humans only believe what they see. So you start with being desensitized. Let's use the movie Mississippi Burning. I should not have to tell you if this was a white girl for you to realize this was fucked up. So we're already desensitized race issues. Then we get to an era where now we're being desensitized because we have no contact. We're not communicating with each other. We have social media. So you Twitter finger gangster now. We used to play video games side by side. You think I'm gonna call you a this right by you? No.
You're gonna get punched in
Man,
the throat.
these kids say some of the craziest stuff. I don't even do online competition. I'm born in '84, dog. I'm trying to find you. You can't say whatever you want to me. Now we have the say whatever you want generation taking place, okay? So you're already getting desensitized with lack of communication skills and connection. Like, I had to go talk to a girl to get her number, write the pen and paper down.
Oh, you just say what's your IG now?
You know, now you just so
What's your IG?
desensitized. You IGing, so I'm giving you a product now rather than you see the display. Like, you already start this problem. So when you get the people that's just going off killing folks, there's no connection there. I see you. I have undeveloped emotions. I'm going to take it out on you. Did we have that back in the day when I had to go approach you and say something to you?
Nope.
Nah, not to the point where numbers mattered. Now the numbers matter now because you look up, you catch a kid. Oh, shut him up, get in the tablet. No, fuck that. Make his ass sit in his own thoughts. Once the tablet starts desensitizing kids, then they're viewing the world through this screen. I'm seeing people walk up and down the street with their phone on. Just
And they don't know where they're going.
don't know, look up, can't tell. Your senses already off because
Cross
you
the
got both.
street like cars ain't coming and shit. Your head.
I'm
is
like,
this
hey man,
whole
you
time.
gonna look up one time? My bad. Oh no. Like, no. You could tell when you try to converse with people in certain settings, people just want to yell. You can't have all these feelings and go, my feelings create my reality, when the reality is always going to be reality. You cannot alter reality off your lack of perception and understanding. You have to converse and understand other people by talking, not worried about clicks and views, and getting an understanding and go, well, damn, I got to give a fuck about you because you bleed. You're a person. You're a human being. But as long as I'm sitting there going, well, this ain't mine, it didn't happen to me, which goes back to your point about the kids, this, that, and other. Most of the time, people go, it didn't happen to somebody I know. So this comes into migration. Dallas used to be a certain kind of way. Most Dallas folks moved the fuck out of Dallas. So now you got transplant people over here that don't give a fuck about how you see life. They California and you're Texas, or whatever the case you want to call it. So if you got a neighbor that you never went knock on his fucking door and say, hi, welcome neighbor,
You don't do that no more.
he gonna call the cops on you.
Every
No
time
matter,
something
every
going
time
down,
something going
who the fuck
down,
the music
he
like?
not gonna say nothing to you. And I try to tell folks, you know, you have to be a neighbor. You have to learn how to get along. It's worse if you're in an apartment complex. You can't be in an apartment complex complaining because people walk. You got to share space, homie. Now I get it, they did it. But if you upstairs and there's a kid on the floor above you, you screwed. You can't stop a kid from playing. They trying to walk. They trying to learn. Get that call every day. And now you're harassing each other. I'm showing up too much. All this issue takes place to go into how we're so desensitized of being neighborly and brotherly to one another. Now, putting mental illness because we've shut down most of our mental illness facilities. So you're going to pop off and have a spasm and go knock on the door and try to beat the shit out of somebody, 2-year-old kid. They're going to put a foot in your ass. And we're wondering how we got here. Your kid got an undeveloped emotion. He think it's okay to go shoot up a school. Bullying is nature.
Man, we going into a dark place, man.
You can't defeat nature with cognitive thought because nature's undefeated. Somebody's going to be bigger than you. The trick is to learn how to deal with it. Why is this person picking on you? Why are you responding this kind of way? Would it make sense if we send both you fools home? We got to discipline the right behavior to increase the right behavior. Instead, fuck it. You got bullied. You took it. Both y'all go home. Wait, what? That ain't fixing nothing. You think he gonna stop picking on that kid when he come back?
No, I'm just gonna start again.
He gonna start again. You're not gonna go to the parents and figure out what's going on. It could be an inferiority complex. You don't know.
They done got it to the point now in schools to where when they do a conference, they don't even have both of the parents in the same place. You wanna know why? Because they already know that that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
My kid was right. My kid was right.
That's it.
That's it. Nobody's trying to sit down and reason with each other anymore or try to get an understanding.
Nope.
You feel what I'm saying? If my kid had something happen to them today, they're gonna have a conference with that kid's parents. Then the next day they'll bring me up there and then have a
And
conference.
I'm not gonna lie, a
That's
lot of it is starting at your school level. There's no personable education taking place. Your child's a number now. You got to deal with that. You have to parent. If you didn't parent in my generation and you fucking off and not parenting now, I'm gonna stay employed for a grip and I'm gonna get fucking paid on positive stuff and on negative stuff because parenting is that important. You're fucking up the most important thing. It's called time. You have to spend time and guide your kids down the emotional spectrum. You can't let a kid feel any kind of way and go find out about emotions with a click of a button. We don't learn like that. Our black males don't learn like that. I can tell you right now. I once was a black boy. And I can assure you, I learned how you display it for your kids through watching my uncles and my dads and how they conducted themselves. And they told me how I was feeling because they saw it in my face. I didn't know I was mad. They had to tell me what mad was. I didn't know the difference between angry and upset and sad and sorrow and being held at my great-grandfather's funeral, watching him go down. He had to hold me there. Because I don't want to do this because my daddy's done. It's part of life. You think they're going to get that from clicking a button? Desensitized. That's just a dead person. What is that to me?
Right.
Another dead person.
Another dead person.
So the new generation is safe to say, they don't know the difference between life and death. Like they feel like they supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they feel like. Oh, I was supposed to be here. No, you weren't supposed to be here. You just happened to be here.
Yeah.
You just happened to get here.
They only take
You know what
it
I'm
personal
saying?
if it's somebody they know.
Or it's somebody to them. But even if it's somebody they know, they ready to jump off a building.
Man, I can't believe this.
I told somebody this, told one of the kids this last week, and I still mean this. If NBA young boy died tomorrow, there's gonna be a lot of kids kill themselves. And I'm dead serious.
How's that possible? There was no artist in our time that could die that we'd be like, yo,
Shit, the artist that died, Tupac. It was like
shit, play his albums, dog.
Biggie and Tupac was the guys, and they were like,
We missed no
okay,
sleep. We felt bad. They
Yeah.
were living that thug life. It bit
Yeah.
in ass. Like, that's all we had. Now,
But they say, I'm telling you, if something happens to NBA Youngboy, these kids gonna have a fit, and it's because they're that connected to him.
how was that
How?
possible? Somebody they haven't touched in life can have this much impact on them. Like, this ain't the Michael Jackson shit where somebody spazzing out crying.
Yeah,
No,
that's all.
okay.
I was gonna say the only artist I've ever known to see people like spaz was Mike.
Michael Jackson, Prince,
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they was, but nobody.
I'm talking about in their death though,
Yeah.
because I didn't even see people spaz for Prince when he died. I saw people be.
We
A
all
lot of
came-
people
we
were
came together
sad,
in some
but
songs.
people spaz.
It wasn't
when Mike passed.
spaz with Prince
Prince
was there.
Spaz.
I don't know,
What was
but
it?
to be irate,
Alright.
to be irate was Prince was there, but because Prince wasn't our generation, he was our mothers and our fathers. They because they're more mature. But I know some people that was crying when
Oh, they was
Prince
hurt.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know, a lot of us like, okay, I give you one for our generation, but we ain't gonna go kill ourselves. If Wayne died tomorrow,
Oh yeah.
then we gonna feel away and we gonna do what he said.
Play the-
Bump
play
his
the-
music
yeah.
all
Yeah.
damn day.
The trash.
We gonna play the tracks.
We're gonna hear
Yeah.
a milli. Everybody
Yeah.
playing a milli down
So-
the street.
So
trying to
we
rap.
just that's what we gonna do. But I'm telling you, the new generation, they gonna
Thumbs up.
deal.
Yeah.
They
No.
don't know how to deal with trauma. They don't know how to deal with interaction, bro.
Yeah.
Like
That's
they
true.
don't
That-
even, they
that's
don't
the
even know how to take
When you say
accountability.
what made it
It's true.
like
My
that?
older brother was sad for
So what does
like
that
2
mean
weeks
for
when XXX passed away. Like, he was hurt. I said,
Same world, same robot, little kids.
Because they didn't create themselves.
Generation, we got 70s,
What
80s,
do-
but I'm
now.
letting him have his
What
We
do
don't-
we do?
The new generation don't listen.
Yeah.
The new generation don't listen at all. So when you talk to them, the only way they listen to you, and I deal with kids every day. I got some 18-year-old boys that come in here. I got some 16, 17-year-old girls. I got some 12, 13-year-old girls. I got to deal with all the levels, okay? That come in this gym. No, they don't. The only way kids will listen to you, and I've learned this by dealing with kids for the last 4 to 5 years, is if they respect you.
mm-hmm.
If they respect you, they'll listen to you. They'll listen to you before they listen to their parents. I'm saying the same thing their parents saying, but because it's Coach Dion, they'll listen. It's the only difference. They have to respect you. If they don't respect you, they will not listen to you. It's weird. And you ain't, and you don't want to know how I get the respect? Because of the way I look. I look like either them or I look like the way they want to look. Or I look like their favorite rapper or whatever the case may be, their favorite athlete. So they feel like I am relatable. That's what they feel like. So that helps me in communicating. But then when I start speaking, and they're like, man, my daddy just said that earlier. No shit. I ain't saying nothing different than what your parents gonna say. What you think? I was gonna lead you down a different fucking path? No, I'm just gonna say it a different way and cut your ass right back in that same damn direction they was cutting you in.
My guess I'm headed from another fucking place.
Absolutely.
This must be right. Like, damn.
Man, Coach Dion, you sure right. My daddy just said that yesterday.
Well, your daddy knows some shit, son.
Well, goddamn it. Or I had a parents that were sitting there, Coach, I just told him that a while ago. Well, what do you fucking know? You didn't think it was right 10 minutes ago when he told you? Oh, but it's 10 minutes. It's right now, 10 minutes later when I told you the same exact thing and I wasn't even in the presence when he told you.
No, I agree. But
It's
you have to
different.
talk to him because a lot of us in our generation like don't want to talk, and you can't give up. Unfortunately, I don't
Right.
like repeating myself.
Right.
I suffer with this problem. But if I know you're younger, I'm going to repeat it
Right.
because I know you're young, and it makes sense to hear it, and you have to hear from multiple places. It's scientifically proven and psychologically proven. When kids get to a certain level, they don't give a fuck what their parents say. They care about what their peers say and what other things are saying.
It's not what the parents saying is not
Exactly.
popular.
It's not popular. So if you get a correlation of, oh, I'm hearing the same shit and you putting your kid in the proper circles, you'll be good. But if you're a Dudley Do-Right family and you don't even have a person that can relate to your child and you letting your child go live a life that's completely opposite on some other shit, Oh, you're gonna be surprised what the outcome is. You're gonna be shocked when they come home and say, "Fuck you, Dad." Where this come from?
But you also gotta be able to change with the time. Like
True.
my kids,
Yeah, you gotta pay
they
attention.
love having me at their school. You wanna know why? Because their friends think their dad is cool. So because their friends think their dad is cool, they feel like, hey, my dad's cool. So you see what I'm saying?
I'm about to keep me around because I'm gonna be lame as shit.
Because that's
And
the
like,
reason.
"Can Uncle Dion?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
It's like, yeah, Dad, you're
Because,
a cop, but
you know,
Uncle
when they come-
Dion,
they
he
come
kind
to
of
the
cool.
gym,
I need him to come
you know,
today.
when they come in the gym, they listening to hip music. They listen. Oh, I listen to. So I try my best to keep up
Yeah.
because I also understand that the times are changing.
Yeah.
But the kid is still salvageable. But you gotta know how to relate. And sometimes you get so caught up in being a parent, you forget how to relate.
And
You feel what I'm
That's my
saying?
biggest pet peeve. Like you
Like-
once was this person before.
Right.
How
You
could
was this person.
How could you miss that?
Like even with Jose, shout out to Jose. Jose is like 16, 18 years younger than me. Like, and then when I put on some Master P or something, he like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this is what we listen to.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then listening to some stuff he listened to, and it's like, he ain't talking about shit. But
I'm gonna listen though.
But I'm gonna listen though, because the reality of it is that I need to learn and know his generation. What's wrong? What was messed up with the generation before us? They wasn't willing to learn us.
At all.
Mhm.
That's why it was so much of a generational gap.
Yeah.
What we're doing now is at least we're taking the time to try to learn these young kids. At least we're trying. You know what I mean? But you really gotta come on down and talk to them on their level. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you'll get to a point like, damn, Coach, yeah, he too rough. Yeah, because I'll put you on your shit before I let you go out there and let this nigga come put you on your shit, because he gonna put you on your shit. He ain't got nothing to lose. He doing his job.
It's booked for me to win.
I'm putting you on your shit because I'm trying to get you to avoid him. This is the stuff. That's why I love when he come in and I got some kids in here, because I get them to see there's a level to it. I'm trying to save you right now so you never have to get to him. And then I have one of my lawyer clients come to, so you'll never have to get one of them. Then I have my judge come here, so you'll never see them. So I'm stopping you from doing it here, so you never have to go through this.
The trick is to avoid them. I remember growing up in places and I never saw police. Now, mind you, yes, it's square, of course. But, you know, the trick was to get away with mischievous shit. You grew up in the suburbs, you know, I want to do some stuff, but the goal is to get away. We got fools out here that want to get caught. They filming it while they doing it. They done just stole the car and they out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, even when I bust, I'm like giving low key advice, like, hey, bro, you know the trick was to get away, right? Yeah, man, almost. No, fool. We tracked your whole IG. We didn't even follow the car. Oh, damn, that was dumb. Yeah. What them views look like? Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh my God.
You did.
So you serious, bro?
I would
Yes.
watch that, man.
Yes, that's where it is. That's what it is right now. The last cat, when they got mad at, then they said the cops that shot him up. He went on a joyride, filmed the whole thing, was shooting at the cops. Like, the obsession with the social media thing isn't just a desensitized problem. It's you want immediate gratification. And I suck at this, so I have to learn in my adult life how to give compliments. Because one, I don't receive them well, so why the fuck would I dish them out?
Absolutely.
You know, but being in a business and an organization and stuff like that, I realized that people respond well to positive reinforcement. I suck. I was the worst. You could do the best shit, and I'd be like, all right. Next thing, this, that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll keep it moving, won't say nothing, and then my life got better when I came and go, man, you're really good at that. Man, I really appreciate the attention to detail and XYZ. This company or this unit is lucky to have you. And I mean it. Why? Because last year you saw me say shit like this. So I ain't making this shit the fuck up. So there you have it. And as time goes on, people start to look at me more favorably rather than some dude that just kept to himself.
Right.
I'll go anti-social with your ass real quick.
Yeah, we think you probably blew up the building or some shit.
Yeah, I get those vibes, and it's weird. So through therapy, I'm like, hey, I want to say this because I could be a silent leader. I could be that out because I don't come in projecting that. You fuck up too much, I guarantee you, I'll pick it up and say, fuck it, we're doing this from here. That's it. But I'm not going to get anywhere if I don't know how to compliment you. I'm not going to get anywhere and just say, fuck it, follow me. I had to work on my communication.
Right.
You get to this generation where they don't just stop listening to their parents because their parents are lame. They stop listening to their parents because their parents start displaying unfavorable characteristics. When I see my daddy a fuck nigga, you think I'm gonna listen to the words he's saying? And he could be saying the right shit, so I'm gonna be like me. But why would I listen to you still doing the fuck shit? Your mama trash. Your mama blowing through dudes. And your mama trying to get you to listen. How you gonna listen to your mama when she had 3 dudes come blow that back out while you there? So why would you listen? And don't get me started on daughters. Daughters on a whole nother level. Let's just keep it with sons right now. Because daughters will defend you and you could be wrong. They don't give a shit. How could you do mama like that? You know your mama suck another nigga. You know what, fuck it, baby. You right. You sure right. You truth. These daughters just do stuff different. But this is how your kids stop listening to you. If you don't know how to be a parent, I'm tired of this. There is no book and blah, blah, blah. Saw what the fuck your other parent did and try to correct it. That's one start.
Or learn from it.
Just, I don't know what to tell you. I saw the flaws in how the design that took place in making this thing right here. And some areas the bar was so low, all I had to do was like show up, so that's cool. Like, hey, sorry, Dad, but you know, it is what it is. You know, all I had to do is show up at the hospital. All I had to do was be present. I know to give examples. I know to do X, Y, Z. I know to communicate. I know if I see an emotion, I have to respond.
Right.
Or I know I have to let you fail. You have a situation when we went to school, we had every 15 minutes where somebody died of like drunk driving and they had dead bodies laid out the school. You try to do that shit now, they'll damn near sue the hell out the school. Because we understood mortality. We knew you do this, you can die. This is a problem. This is an issue.
They don't do sex ed no more.
They don't.
I gotta have sex ed in here.
You gotta tell them like, hey, yeah, we Barbie.
I had a whole sex ed class in here last week.
They were shocked we knew stuff, and it was like, yo, this is in the book.
I know for a fact that one.
I had to talk to him like a real nigga. You know, I had to tell him, hey, if this start happening when you pee.
See, this ain't
Like
your ministry.
Yeah, I had to go deep.
Somebody sent help to
children.
Look, I had to like literally, and then he walked in at the right time, and I said, "Hey, bro, tell him like this is."
I started giving that
Like I'm
anatomical terms and
trying to
everything.
get them, and then I had a nurse come in. I was like, "Oh yeah, let me go and give you. You want to know why you?"
Your urethra is burning.
Right, look, bro. Like, do y'all not understand that? Oh yeah, man. You know, I just wanted to. Okay, well, let me explain to you how you just wanted to, and let me explain to you what happens after you just wanted to. You know what I mean? So let me explain this to you. And he's like, man, we learned our lesson, bro. I went home, I took like 2 showers, and I'm like, nigga, that ain't gonna make it go away. I said, I appreciate you listening to me though. He said, man, my dad was saying the same things. Ding! Your dad was saying the same thing.
Not
so
all life should be
I'm
dropped by
listen.
air.
But he was like, I'm gonna listen to you though. My dad was saying, but I'm gonna listen to you though. What's the fucking difference between me and your dad?
It's annoying, but I'm like, fuck it. As long as you get it, I don't care where the source come from. Because I remember I had this with a female friend where I told her the right thing for 5 years. It took one of her female friends to say, and she goes, my friend had a talk and she told me this, and I'm gonna get straight. And I'm like, oh, you would have been mine as less suffering if you'd have listened to me 5 years ago. You know, I'm glad you received the message. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. It's annoying. It's annoying. I get annoyed how correct my mother can be in a lot of cases, but I knew, like, look, I just gotta listen, dog, because she been right. She like that 100. So it is what it is. Baby, I don't know about this one. I don't know either, mother, but I love her. All right. Mama, I know.
That's because they go in their closet and they start praying against your downfall.
I think in that instance, you just see things that you would miss.
Of course, they're supposed to, because she's
You know
part
what
of
I mean?
she's part of an isolated group that loves me unconditionally.
Right.
She cares about my best interest. No woman I'm getting with is gonna care about my best interest like my mother or my kids.
Not even unconditionally, genuinely, as a married woman,
because some
As a
things just
married
come with
woman,
conditions.
fucking shit comes with conditions.
I
I'm not
try to
loving you
tell it to
unconditionally.
some folks.
No.
Conditions is happening.
It
Why?
happens.
I'm standing here divorced. Conditions didn't get met, lad. You got to go.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. These rules didn't change. Oh, I could evolve and evolve to, sign it or not. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Now, I love this person with all my heart. I love this person to be dedicated with this person for the rest of my life. That still comes with conditions.
With the conditions.
You can't treat me any kind of way and think this gonna happen.
Yeah, I did cheating on me.
Like, I can't cheat on my mama with another mama. I can't, mama, she more mommy than you. Then no, hell no, it ain't happening. Hey, listen.
You call another woman mama.
Man, hey, you know what I have
But
noticed
you
that
call another bitch baby every other day, but you ain't better call another mama.
it's not
mama.
happening.
That's your
Man, I
mama.
made the joke
That's
of calling my stepmama side mama. My mom was like, "What? The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
She Mrs.
Don't play
Jackson,
that.
nigga."
Mm-hmm.
My bad, mama. I'm sorry. How could I ever
That's
disrespect
how my
you like
mom
that?
was.
Mama don't
started
play.
calling my
Even
godmama
current, even
mama.
current
She was
mom.
like, hey. I was like, hey.
What you doing?
Man,
To
let
me,
you
that
let
is
you let you
mama.
be a baby mama and move on, and let your child try to call that other person mama. It'll
what
be
you
a
do.
fight. I've got the calls. Trust me, it's backed up. What happened? This bitch called my baby mama, and mama. Hey, ma'am. He married to her. That's like her stepmom. It should be okay. No, it's not.
That's a conversation too.
Ma'am, this is a civil problem.
This
I
is
said
title.
this right
This is
here.
title.
That's what hey.
That just shows how serious we take titles.
Mhm.
We take titles with everything.
You
Yeah.
ain't lying, man. I use
Like,
it.
that
I
title
use it
shit.
easily.
Say, bro, like, that's my girlfriend. That's my wife. That's mine. Like,
I'm not that possessive.
that's
No.
that. Like,
No.
I'm
You
not-
know what?
I never been
Nah,
a
fuck
possessive
that.
lover. That's
That
how I lose or
ownership
something.
you know what?
It ain't even ownership. It's just
I'm
what
learning
you
that I am
put-
possessive.
What you
Yeah,
put
you
behind
know.
it. Like, I'm happy you admit that. Motherfuckers always try to desensitize. A
Yeah.
motherfucker want to be owned by you.
No, I'm possessive.
It's not even like I'm trying to own you. Like, this signals to me
Don't get it
that
twisted.
I belong
don't say
to
possessive
you.
shit, though.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you
when
could
you
be,
make me
like,
feel
you could
like
be
I
talking
don't,
you could be talking
I can
business.
be owned by other motherfuckers.
You could be talking
But I just
business
want to
and
know
I'll be
what's
like,
special
shit.
here.
Why you talking to him so long? I've been talking about 20 minutes.
Mhm.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Nigga, it's just simple. Give him a card and keep it fucking moving. Like, I'm on that type of shit. Like, what the fuck?
That's a
Make me feel like I'm not.
I'm with the other
If
one.
I-
Yeah.
Make me feel like I'm not a taken woman here.
Yeah.
I don't have to act
Yeah,
like a
ain't no-
woman.
Like, let's get this shit done and go about business,
Yeah.
bro.
So essentially, you asking for that energy to be met. Like if I'm my man, then you should be my woman,
My woman.
I'm not
Right.
gonna lie. As much
But
as I'm
if
not
you
a possessive
calling me
person,
your
while
woman,
married,
and
I
you calling
kinda
this
love
other
you.
person your woman, oh, I'm not special here. That's proof for me to actually be somebody
You
else's
wanna be
woman.
friends.
Like, yeah,
Shut up.
I want to.
What happened?
I said I ain't gonna lie. When I was married, I didn't like it when she was like,
Ain't
"Tell me
worried
to check
about
back, it's my shit."
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
that-
that.
that-
Next time you hear him bring
You hear
wine,
me?
You bring wine?
I got
you gonna get
No,
I'm just saying, like, as much
Yeah.
like I don't project possession, but you can possess me. That I'm like that. Like,
Well, I
You
think
gonna
my
let me know where I
statue,
stand with you.
I've learned that
And if
my
I stand with
statue
everybody else, that's too much room. there.
projects possessive.
I understand.
Yeah.
Meaning, like,
My aggression, my
like
It
the
does.
way I talk, the way I look at you,
You think
the
I'm
way I,
Everything.
like, everything.
Mhm.
You kind of
Like,
take over things.
When I come in and that's your brother right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of just take over.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
bro, how you
can't. I
doing,
can't even like mention working out nothing at the gym. They be like, oh yeah, cause that guy that beat. Like yes, the guy that beat.
Yeah, it's presence.
bro? Yeah,
I
like,
get,
it's-
I get
The big
mistaken
guy,
for being
yes,
possessive
yes,
all the
that
time.
Everybody
'cause I have
knows
protective
Dion.
spirit.
Dion's that guy.
yeah, you wanna,
His name is
Yeah,
Dion.
I'm assuming myself. Hey, what's
That's
up?
the
That's
deal.
good.
I
but
do
that's
that
what
every
you
day.
want.
Yeah,
I tell
because-
people all the time, I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
walk
yeah.
around. I want you to know that my presence demands respect.
Yeah.
That's all I want. All right, like, don't think nothing is soft about me when you see me, because it's not. Like, I'll have a good conversation with you. We can talk, but if you say something, bro, my
Yeah,
hand is gonna be across your face.
Men be like, man, I'm gonna get out there and train with y'all one day.
No,
And
you're
women be
not.
like,
No,
is
you're
he
not.
mean? I be like, a little bit.
Nah, he's what he look like. He's what he look like. He's what he
Like,
look
I am
like.
whatever you look. I am whatever you think I am.
Is he mean? He look like he a little mean.
And what type of training you want? I don't like passive trainers anyway. Like, don't whisper.
Come on, Story.
Soft
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, do not
Come
whisper.
on, you can
sweet
do
nudges
it.
in my ear while
Come
I'm
on.
trying to hit that weight. Yeah, you doing real
No.
good, bro.
I'm like,
Get
get out
the
of
fuck
here.
away from my ear. I'm just not trying to yell at you, bro. I'm gonna slap a shot at you, dog. I don't give a fuck how crazy you are.
you
You
don't
can't
get
whisper. Don't be a swole dude leaning over me whispering.
He's an aggressive guy.
Or a swole dude with a light voice.
Come on, Story. Yeah, bro. Nah, bro, tell me to get that shit. Yeah. Hey, hit that weight. Oh, yeah, dog. That's the motivation. Stop yelling at me, bro.
What do you want? Like, I don't understand what you
Yes,
want out of a.
Hey, I mean, I just respond to instructions. You know what I mean?
I can always tell. When somebody at the shop either follows me on Instagram or knows me through Black, because they look at me different when
They
I come
just
in there.
stare at him.
They just
all the
look like,
time.
Okay.
There he goes.
They just
There he goes.
watch.
I didn't know he was coming today.
Then ask me 1,000 questions like his name is Dion. He
Don't-
right there.
Don't ask her.
Yes. Ask him. Ask him if you could come to the camp. He's right there. Follow his Instagram. What is wrong with you?
They don't be trying to hear that.
He's not a non-approachable guy. He just looks aggressive, you know.
I'm not approachable at all.
But they think he be like, is he me? I be like, no, watch this. Come here, babe. Hey.
I'd be like, let's do that to you. That's for you. No, I'm not. I'm just one of them guys that doesn't project. You can talk to me energy. Like you can't come up.
And
White
then-
people
then
though.
I can't
White
be
people
talking
don't
to
care.
Anybody.
White people come up here and grab my arm.
I
Your
sit them
arms are
under
so
the
big.
dryer
Like
and get to talk.
they don't give a
Everybody
shit.
grab their phone.
They don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Like
They
they
do.
just.
Automatically.
And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah,
Like,
touchy people.
I be
They just
wondering
wanna
like,
know
damn.
how
That
they get like that.
I would just be wondering like, damn, they must got
Like, he
ownership
just so
of me or some
big.
shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like how you get ownership of me and I don't even know you. I feel violated already.
Look,
They
like I
just keep
said,
you,
like, relationship me, I love the possession. Wrap your arms around me. Me on the other hand, you one fuck up from being dismissed.
Yeah.
The cage always stay open. I just provide you with enough
Just
for you
one
to feel
feel,
wanted.
one
Yeah,
feel,
just,
but-
hey,
Boy, Lance ain't shit.
I'm
man.
just saying,
He
dog.
worked
Like
it
I don't play that. Yeah, like
know?
it never suited me to bring that energy, but I didn't realize I projected it though.
But if he
So-
got that woman that can reciprocate the same energy, oh man, he'll shut that damn door so fast.
I don't know.
He
I
gonna
don't
lock them
know.
both in there.
I don't know if he'll be able to handle it.
He will. She on his way.
I haven't met it yet, so he has a good point. I don't know, but I'm interested in
Look, her weird ass is staring right back at you
Probably
too.
is. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Like,
bring it.
yeah.
Like, it's all
That's
good.
mine.
But I'm like, once I noticed it, I moved to Texas, and it was like a lot of mine, me. Who is you? This is for me. And I'm like, oh, I mean, it's flattering, but I see why y'all like this shit, but bitch, no. Like,
That control.
yeah, that control.
some people
You know what I
like
mean?
it.
Some people like it, but and I was like, hey, well, I want you to be with me because you want to be with me, and I want to treat you a certain kind of way where you want to be here and stay. And she kind of looked at me like, "Now ain't yours?" Well, yeah, we're
Oh,
what?
what?
Yeah, she wanted that mine. This is me energy. I didn't come with that enough for her, and I'm like, well, I got your back. I protect you. She was with a dude where he gave that energy, but he wasn't that energy.
Mhm.
I'm
You know what
like
I'm saying?
I'm like the borderline. I'll beat your ass. Like that's the energy
I'm
that I
not gonna lie,
project.
bro. Like I'm borderline on the slap shot at you. Say stupid shit. Like the look will let you know. What the fuck you just say?
Hey, I'm like borderline. Say
So I
they
project
be
you,
like, hey,
but that's
they be out there in Kroger, goddamn, be like, they come up to them and they be like,
Are you
my boyfriend's
okay,
Dion, and he's on the other aisle. He come over
You should
here.
go.
You should go. Hurry up and please leave. Then when I come over there, it's like,
Mind you,
oh yeah, it was nice meeting you. I just got that down from the top of you, baby. You have a good day.
mind you, same
Like,
shit, but
that's
I
me.
just don't give I don't verbalize it. So you at the store, I'm already tall. So why the fuck he come and help you? And I went on a date, and this dude kept coming around. Hey, you need some help? Bro, we good. We good. You came here for the fifth fucking time.
Well, I don't project.
I've
like,
never
nah.
experienced that, but I can see
I project just got out here.
Bro, like, we good. You like, oh man, I'm just making sure y'all good. I don't know.
Like what she said she needed,
Black-
sir?
Black,
She said she
Black,
needed
you
some.
got the gun. You said,
They shoot your radio fucking stuff.
Oh, no,
Reach
no.
up there again.
Like you're not gonna be chivalrous on my time. Like, look, I'm on the clock, bro. Back your ass up. I'll get it for. I got it, my friend. Thank you.
Shit, that's too nice. I'm like, hey, get your ass away from my.
I mean, if I'm hitting, I'm swinging. You know what I mean?
But see, I'm totally different. I just walk over there and it's just like, everybody
Yeah.
just go.
Just give him the stare.
Yeah, it's like,
I am 5'3". I gotta show you that.
You gotta come up and
I
stand
gotta
your
show you
ass.
everything. I gotta pull it out, clap it.
You see this? His hair is long, baby. It's
My
long
hair,
and
my
strong.
hair, everything. I
she got to do the 5th degree. I'm like,
was
Like,
like,
man,
everything.
Like if she was that available, why you not with her, dog? Like, come on, I'm here now. Back up.
You're a psychopath.
Bro,
I'm just saying.
I
But I'm
do
not
that.
possessive though. I'm not possessive.
I could be out with my
I don't
kids
even know
moms
what
when they
he
do that.
means.
I'm not possessive.
He's like, you understand, man.
I'm just saying, like I could explain it.
Man, that's the craziest man I ever seen.
I'm not possessive. I just give you a lot of energy for you to feel welcome and be here. But at
This
the same
podcast
time,
is
you
over.
free to go about your
Final
business if you don't like what I'm providing.
I just thought, be aware of
But
this
you
guy.
better possess the shot of me though. If you don't claim me, then you better.
Oh,
Give me
God.
real you vibes.
I can't stand that show, but I.
Oh, I hope you find her though, you know, because I just want to watch that show. I really want to watch your show. That would do everything for me.
Lance is dating right.
That would do it for me.
Season 1.
What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, man, we are completely desensitized and our world is not okay, individually and collective. My closing thoughts would be, man, I hope we make it. I just hope we make it out of this shit. That's me. I'm Black.
Taking off on what Black said. Yeah, we are desensitized, and I'm one of the worst for most people to be speaking about it because I'm truly desensitized. What I've seen and what I can witness in front of anybody right now is just not good for your psyche. I'm going to end my life knowing I've seen dead kids, and you should never want to see that. A reset is going to come to our society, and I hope we survive. And when I say a reset, some people going to get hurt, some people going to have to get hurt, or you're going to have to see something so traumatic where you're going to have to get a shock enough where it's going to pull the cord. So look forward to your reset, but I'll give it 10, 15 years, or another war is going to have to take place, and that's going to separate the weak from the strong.
I get that a year.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Where he says that a reset is gonna happen, a reset already have happened. It happened with COVID. That was the reset. We
She
are,
just didn't get better.
yeah.
Yeah.
That reset actually made shit worse.
It did.
We'll talk about that another day.
Facts.
But my closing thoughts would be, it is okay to say when you're not okay. It's okay to express to the people that care how you really feel. It is okay, to not be okay and people not immediately think you're on suicidal watch or you're depressed because that's not always the case. You need mental help. That's not always the case. It's not saying that it's not needed. It's just saying it's not always the case. You have to understand that life is a roller coaster. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs, there's going to be some flat surfaces. And you have to know how to cope with each and every situation. Ups, the downs, and the flat surface. You got to be able to cope with that. If you ever notice on a roller coaster, it starts out very slow, okay? After it starts to speed up when you get up to probably that first hill. Then when you get to that first hill, you go down, it's very fast from there. And then you're gonna go through
Last
some
3
loops. Yeah, you're gonna go through some loops, you're gonna go down again, you're gonna go up again, but everything from that point on is going to be fast until you get to that last part, and then it's gonna slow down. Right now, what we're going through is all of those fast motions. By the time we get ready to slow down again, that time will be up. So just know that, yes, there's a lot going on in your life, but on a roller coaster, we're just still in that fast motion. And if you were me and I were you, I would never want to stop that fast motion, because the minute it stops, that ride is over. So moral of the story is embrace the roller coaster. Embrace the ride. Embrace the fact that, hey, I'm going to go through some ups and downs, some turnarounds, but I'm still moving. What motivates me when I'm in my I'm not okay stages is that I'm still in the land of the living. My kids are still here. They still love their daddy. And I got a group of people around me now that loves me for just me being me. So that's what motivates me on a daily basis. So I have a reminder without having a reminder that I'm gonna be okay. So find your spot, find your space, find the right people. Because I truly believe when you're dealing with I'm not okay ism, it's not even a word, but it's a good word right now.
That's the thing.
When you're dealing with the I'm not okay ism, you need to have the right people around you to help you get through that space. All right? So that's all I got, man. I'm the beast.
And I'm black. Until next time, we'll see you again.